guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I finally get to play with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Sickly Sweet palette. It says 30 spoiled rotten shades. I'm pretty sure this was their like Halloween release, and at the time I was like, nah, I'm not really gonna get it. I mean, it's super pretty, but I was just like, I'm not really feeling like the pastel colors at that time. You know, it was just coming into fall, and I'm like, you know, fall colors. And then it was like, listen, it was released, and I was like, oh, I really appreciate that she was thinking outside the box. It's just at that time, I was like, man, I'm not really feeling it. And then I started looking at it, and I'm like, well, this color looks super similar to this color. And I was like, there's a lot of shades, like this light purple and then this light purple, and I'm like, there's a lot of shades in here, but it seems like there's a lot of similar shades. And I was just kind of like, you know, I'm not gonna get it. You know, time went on. I do really enjoy Blend Bunny's palettes, and then she had a sale, and I think it was like 25% off, and I was like, okay, I'm sold. So that's when I bought the brushes and bought a few of the palettes that I had been looking at but didn't want to commit to at the time. So then, you know, when the sale came along, I was like, okay, it's still available. So I went ahead and purchased it, and I do appreciate the colors. I do look at it. I still feel like looking at it that some of these colors are going to be super similar. So I think that's what I want to do. I want to jump in, play with this palette, see how similar or different these colors might actually be from each other. It is still available on her website. It's $44. I don't know. I feel like some people have codes. So if you just Google like Blend Bunny like code or whatever within like YouTube, somebody's video should come up that has them off. I'm pretty sure that maybe possibly Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, I think she might have a Blend Bunny code. I don't know, sometimes you can scroll through Instagram and people post their codes there so you could get a percentage off, but I think it's usually like 10% for their affiliate code. So anyway, if you want to see what I do with this palette, then just keep watching. I got you all zoomed in. It does have a nice mirror. It's large. It's like the size of the palette. It's actually pretty nice. But I'm going to use my small mirror like I normally do. And I really want to go in with those first two colors that I showed. I really do want to see like how similar those two colors are. But then I was like, you know what? I feel like I want to do something different. So I was hoping maybe one eye, I'll do some of the orange into the brown. I don't know. Let's just see where this goes. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this BB204 brush, smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into the color Buttercream. Let's see. Oh. I was going to say, I wonder if this is going to be like super translucent. Just soften that right there. I have a pimple right here in my eyebrow, and I'm not even kidding. It is super uncomfortable. I was like, ow. That's really pretty. I mean, I wasn't thinking it wasn't gonna be pretty, but let's see how different that is from Sugar High. Clean off that brush. So I can see the difference there. So I mean, even in the pan, you know, they just look so similar, but you can, let's see. You can see, well, I can see, I hope you guys can see. See how this has like more of that green tint to it, and then this is yellow. Again, they're still very similar, but I was like super intrigued to see if I could actually put them on the eye and you could see the difference. You know, kind of like us people that have you know, 47 neutral palettes, and we're like, but they're all different shades of brown. Like, you know, you only do so many shades, but you see the difference? It's not a huge difference. Don't like misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm gonna go back in with Buttercream. Put that in here because I feel like I lost a little bit. I mean, they are super similar. Again, that was like my whole thing. But I just wanted to see how similar. So there's that. Let's go ahead and do, I don't know, let's just be super random. Let's go in with Crying Sparkles here. Crying Sparkles. I'm gonna pick that up on this. I had to switch out my brushes. I need to clean them. With this ColourPop E3 brush. Just a flat brush. And put that right in the middle. Okay. Or not. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting much there. No, not at all. Okay, so let me go ahead, pick that up. My finger. I could have put down glitter glue, but I did not. I'm gonna pick some more up. Now that I already have it down, let's see if I can build it up a little bit. I'm gonna pick some more up. I'm gonna get a whole lot of it. Like, there we go. I really had to like dig my brush into there to get that though. Let's go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna put it on. And that big chunk fall off. I do have some fallout. That's a pretty color though. It's pretty like icy blue. I don't know, we're just doing a mashup of colors here. I think I want to go in with Spooky. This is deeper purple out here. I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M506 brush. I feel like Blend Bunny usually does a pretty good job with purples. Putting that all over that outer corner, and then I'm just going to come in with that first brush and just soften that edge. See how that blends out? Like, is it going to blend out or is it going to blend away? Feeling like it's blending away a bit, so go ahead, pack that on. So you get a softer looking edge. This might be a color where you pack it on, you blend it out a little bit, and then you're gonna have to pack it on again just so you can get that like gradient effect. I'm gonna go back in with that Sugar High color. And then I'm just gonna dab it over. Where it was. I'm gonna go back in with that center shade and dab over where those two meet up to get a nice blend. Just stippling on a little more color there. It is looking a little patchy right here, right in that, like right in the crease. Let's go ahead and do, you know what, let's go ahead and use ruffles. Why not? There's like literally no rhyme or reason to this look. I'm gonna pick that up on this Morphe M124 brush. Looks like more's coming up with this color. Let's see. So that's applying a lot better than the blue one did with just the brush. I'm gonna bring it up. Ooh, I like how this one's applying. Absolutely. And I'm just gonna bring that one up and over in the crease to meet up with that purple color. Dab over where that and the blue meet up. I really like that. I'm gonna put it on the inner corner. Bring it in. That color applied really well. I really like that. So I think what I'm gonna do for underneath the eye is probably go in with just an act here. I'm gonna pick that up on this Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush. I really need to go through my brushes. There's just so many I haven't used. And I'm just taking the tip of that and just lightly blending out that lower portion. Put it in there. I'm going to pick up that prior color. Ruffles, put it down here. Bring it in a little bit further. That color, and then I think I'm going to pick up, do I want a flat definer brush? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to pick up this Morphe B20 brush. And I'm going to go into that spooky color that's out here. Okay, I'm not going to use that brush. That brush is way too stiff. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Luxie 221 flat definer brush. And I'm going to pick up that spooky color. And I'm just stippling this color on this outer corner. And bringing it in along that lash line. Like that. And then I can take that prior brush and just lightly get a blend on that lower part of the eye there. I really like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave that eye like that for now. I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the other eye. So I think so obviously we know we have a lot of pastels, a lot of light colors. We know we can pull off a lot of light looks. I think with this other eye, I kind of want to go in with like the brown and the oranges and kind of see what I can come up with there. So I think for the first color, I'm going to go ahead and use this Bellyache color down here. And I'm going to pick that up on this ColourPop E16 brush, just a fluffy brush. These colors are quite soft, so when you go in, just be aware, because they will get on everything else. Oh, this is going to be a lighter orange, probably too close to my skin tone, so I don't really think we're going to see that. So there's that. That's going to be way too light. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with Party Dress. Let's see how deep this color is. Yeah. Put that orange there, kind of blend it out. I don't think I want to do that under the eye, so I'm going to put it like that. Now I'm kind of like, do I want to do a halo eye? Because I could either go into like this brownish color here, or do I want to go in with like this deeper navy blue over here? And then do like a pop of yellow, like orange blue, and then into that. Maybe we'll try that. So I'm going to go into Cry If I Want To right here. And I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M506 brush. I think I'm going to go ahead and go out here. Ooh, that's pretty. It is a pretty color. And then oh no, I'm getting other ideas in my head because I'm like, oh, I want to do a nice light, you know, eye look. But now I'm kind of intrigued by this color. So I kind of want to see what this green looks like. And then put the yellow over top. I don't know, guys. I might switch this up. So that color is actually blending out nice. And I know, like I said, I wanted to go in, see if I could do something lighter or softer. But I feel like I just botched that whole idea. So I'm going to go back in with that first brush and just soften around this edge a bit with that like orangish color. So that color is really pretty. There are some spots where it's more translucent, but I don't think that that's a problem for me. I actually like it. Not that it looks like super patchy. Let's see. It's not that super patchy. I just think it's not a super opaque shade. But let's see. Let's see what I'm doing here. I think all of a sudden I've botched that whole idea I had. So I want to go in with sprinkles here. And I want to pick that up on this Morphe M124 brush. And I think I'm going to go all in the center. This color is applying pretty well with the brush, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get it wet. I'm just using my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray, per usual. And I'm going over the vast majority of my lid, except for the very outer and inner portions. I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher. And then I think I'm going to pick up a smidge more of that Cry If I Want To color and just tap or stipple that color into the inner corner and a little bit more on that outer corner. Smidge in the crease. I'm going to pick up a little bit more sprinkles. Put it like that. I'm going to clean that brush off, and then I really want to go in to this cupcake color here. This yellowy shimmer. And I'm wondering how this is going to layer right over the center of that green. So let's see. Is it going to make it like a nice gradient effect? I'm going to pick up some of that color. So I have it on here, and I'm going to get it wet. Actually looks really pretty, but I don't know that it's necessarily layering the way I thought. So I'm going to pick a little bit up on my finger. See if that does anything. Kind of pick up a little bit of that yellow like when I move. So what shall we do on the bottom? I want to do that blue. Let's see what this Fake It color looks like up here. And I'm going to pick that up on this, what is this? This e.l.f. eye crease brush. A little stubby brush. I'm wondering if this color is going to complement that green shimmer, but I don't know. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Luxie 221 flat definer brush. And I'm going to go into that same deep blue color that I used on the inner and outer portions of the eye. And I'm going to stamp that color on the inner and outer portion. I'm going to take that prior color, that lighter green Fake It, and just go right underneath. I do have a little bit more product on the brush, and I'm just going to soften the edge where that blue meets up with it. Very subtle. Let's go in with Cupcake. I was thinking of adding another color, but I'm like, maybe not. So I'm going to go in with Cupcake, and let's see. I'm going to pick that up on this Get Lippy brush. It's just a small Beauty Bay brush. Dig up a little bit. I don't want to say dig up, but kind of pick up a little bit extra color on there. Get it wet. Let's see if we can get a little bit of this color on here to kind of see how this color might look not over top of that green. I know that brush is just a smidge dense. I'm going to go back in with that prior brush. Just soften that edge right underneath. I'm going to pick up one of these Morphe M421 brush. I can't remember which one I used on the center. But let me pick up a little bit more of this yellow color. get it wet. It's a pretty color. I'm just gonna soften the edge a smidge more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like that. I'm gonna hop off, finish this look up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the finished look. I went ahead and used their Real Extreme Precision liner in extra black. This is from Benefit. I got this on sale for like $11. I really like the black one, the brown one not so much. I went ahead and used the Beauty Bay High Key mascara. And that's all I did. I ended up not putting on lashes because I was like, oh, my wing turned out really nice. So I don't know, I had lashes on yesterday too, and sometimes I don't like to put that much glue like repeatedly on my eyelashes because I feel like it sometimes pulls them out. But here is the wand and brush for this. I don't like the container. It had like super sticky stuff on it, but anyway, it made a mess down here when I went to put it on, so that's my own fault. It's not the best for my lower lash line. And then I used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner and extra frosting. So it looks like it's gonna be like this muted pale yellow. So that's what I went ahead and used in the waterline because I thought the pale yellow would complement like all the colors over here. And then obviously, you know, the color scheme over here, the yellow complemented it. And then for my lips, I went ahead and used my Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in Nude. And then I went over that with my Tarte Sunset Cruise lipstick. It's just like a nude with like a little bit of shimmery something in it. So anyway, I'll go ahead and close my eyes. Now I'll go ahead and cover one eye so you can see what that looks like. I'll cover my other eye so you can see what that. And then I'll go ahead and zoom out when we talk about it. So here's the look from afar. Obviously two, you know, different eye looks, two totally different. Just, you know, with the halo eye and then, you know, a lot of colorful. This eye reminds me of like cotton candy. I don't know. Kind of like what she was going for here with this Sickly Sweet. Like the little skull or whatever, like in the cotton candy she has there. As far as the palette, do you need it? Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. I feel like I have other pastel palettes that I prefer those pastel mattes over the mattes in this palette. Even like this deeper blue, like like I said during the video, I kind of like that it's more translucent and it's not as deep because I feel like you could build up the color a little bit, but I like whatever it's giving me, you know what I mean? But I just had a little bit of a harder time working with these mattes than I feel like I normally do as far as putting on like the pastel mattes. Like I feel like Blend Bunny usually does really well with purples, and I don't know, I don't think I'm feeling that purple over there. It is a little patchy like right there in the crease, so I'm kind of like you know, and I think that's just something you need to know. I'm not trying to be super nitpicky or anything like that, but I'm just letting, you know, just giving you my opinion, right? And then, you know, it applied really nice down here. I do like how the purple layered, you know, over top of that. That went on pretty nice, but I do really like the shimmers. I feel like this is the only one, that blue one, that Crying Sparkles is really the only one that I absolutely had to use my finger with to like get any product on there. I can't really give a full opinion there on the yellow one because that went over top of another shimmer. It's not like I just put the bare yellow on there. So I don't know if that one would have really come off with just a brush or if I'd have had to have used my finger for that. So I can't really give, you know, 100% of saying, oh, it's only the blue one that I had to use my finger to get that initial application. This Ruffles color, you know what it's called? Yes, this Ruffles color applied beautifully. I really like it. I really like how easy it was to apply, like even up in the crease. It just kind of glided on. It was so nice. That's that buttery, nice, like just creamy consistency. It went on so well. And I really like how it went over top of this blue one here and even into the purple there. I really like how the green shade went on. And I think this eye actually turned out pretty nice. Again, I don't know what's going on out here, like right in this crease. It's kind of like the same spot on both eyes, so maybe that is my eye. Again, I do have pretty dry skin. I put so much stuff on my eyes and everything during the week, trying to really hydrate it and moisturize it, but I still feel like sometimes I have trouble with certain shadows applying to certain areas in there. Now, whether it's the formula, is it my eye? You know, I can't wholeheartedly say one way or the other, being like, nope, it's absolutely that, or nope, it's absolutely this. It's just, again, I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting those colors to apply in that area. Could just be a fluke. But I don't know. I really appreciate the shimmers. I do like a lot of Blend Bunny's shimmers, glitters. You know, the more I look at it, I do like it. I like how it turned out. But again, I just feel like I have other pastel palettes, and you probably have other pastel palettes that, you know, I think the mattes apply better than what they did from this palette. If you absolutely love Blend Bunny and you're like, nope, I absolutely need this palette. I mean, it is a fun palette. I mean, I had fun. I like what I created there. I think just for me, with my large collection of makeup, in comparison to some others, these aren't going to be my go-to mattes. Let's put it like that. Just being honest. But I do like the shimmers in this palette. And again, I didn't get into all the dark colors. And I started to do a nice neutral, like something there with the orange and the brown. And then I was like, skirt, that got derailed. We're going to do something totally different. I would like to use these two colors together. I feel like they might be pretty. But anyway, I think at this point I'm rambling. So if you have this palette and you love it, let me know. If you have this palette and you hate it, let me know that too. Let's talk about it. Do you prefer the mattes in this palette compared to some others? You know, I do have Natasha Denona's pastel palette as well. So I have that palette, and then I have a couple of the Simply Posh palettes, and I just feel like I'm going to be more inclined to grab those palettes in comparison to this palette. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on what pastel palettes you have in comparison there. If you do have this palette and you're comparing it to, you know, Natasha Denona or something else, let's talk about it. Let's have fun. I do appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you commenting. I hope all of you are well. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with that. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this.